Hey people, this is Alsmillions. Just wanted to talk to you again today about being a magnet. It's very, very important that you understand the whole idea of being a magnet, or being able to draw people into your place or your field. It's very important. A magnet draws tacks and nails and other metal things to it because of the force field that it creates. And you as a barber, you must be charismatic. And what is that? Charismatic means that when you walk into a room, people are drawn to you. You know, your whole aura, you know, draws people into you. You're popular. You're not loud. You're not boisterous, but you just have something about you that people want to be around you. Okay, and that's what you must be. You know, you cannot be shy. And you know, I know we talked about being below the radar, but when it comes down to meeting people and meeting customers and going, you know, out to you know, maybe a mall, you have to be, you know, a go-getter. You got to be able to speak. You know, good afternoon. You know, how you doing, sir? You know, my name is Al. I'm new to this area. I was wondering if you had a moment I could talk to you. You know, those are the kind of things that you must be able to do if you want to be successful. Now, I know a lot of people are just not outgoing. You know, they're introverts. You know, they're quiet. You know, you'll do well, but you won't do as well as you could do if you were outgoing, if you could speak to people, if you weren't shy, because a magnet draws people in. In order to draw somebody in, you must have something that gets their attention. Something about you must make people want to be in your area and be around you. You know, whether you're funny, I mean, you might be, you know, intelligent, whatever it is, that is what that person wants. And so it's very important that as a barber, you be outgoing, you be well read, you understand what's going on in current events. You're educated, you know, to that extent. Sense of humor. You must have a sense of humor as a barber, as a stylist, because people, you know, like that. People like sense of humor. So those are the kind of things that will draw people in. You must be clean. You must come to work looking professional, looking like you come to work. If you come to work looking like a barber, people have no problem identifying you as such. If you come to work look like you come to play ball, or you come to hang out, then you know you might have a problem. So, in order to captivate and to bring clients into your realm, then you must look like a barber. So when a person walks into the barber shop, he or she has no reason to ask you, "Are you a barber?" You know, they will know by your dress, by the fact that you have on your barber smock and you're ready to work. You know, if they come in and don't recognize you as a barber, then or stylist, then you have a problem, right? Because in order for them to ask you for service, they have to first recognize that you are a person that can provide such. So you do want to be a magnet. That means that you can draw people in. That means you have conversation that gives people a reason to want to be in your chair. You know, you do things from your booth that draw people in. You have magazines, periodicals, and things they can read, you know, when they come in. There might be an air freshener. There may be a little low music, you know, that will cause them to relax. You know, just your whole area has this ambiance that just draws people to it. You must be able to draw people to you, all right? Because you have so much competition. You know, barbering is no longer like it used to be when a shop door opened and people just flood the gates. People just run in. You know, now there's so many barbers, there's so many shops. You know, whoever comes in the door, you know, that person is fair game. And that person must be able to understand or see or feel, because you demonstrated that you respect them as a customer and you want their business. And so, you know, there's something about you, you know, they must feel. You know, people have come into the shop, and even before, you know, the cut begins, you know, I try to make them feel comfortable. I try to open up, you know, conversation where they feel like, hey, this guy is, you know, he has a nice personality, you know, he's open, he's outgoing, you know, I feel comfortable with him. You know, you want that relationship with your client because you really want your client, your customer to be a client, and then you want your client eventually to be a customer. And we're going to talk about how to make your client, your customer, your friend coming up. But that is so important, to be able to draw people to you, to be able to get people to want to be in your space. And I'm quite sure you've seen that. You know, there's some people they call the life of the party. When they walk in, everybody's drawn to them, whether, you know, it's a conversation or their personality or whatever. You know, people are drawn to them because they seem to be the life of the party. Now, again, I mean, you don't want to come in and you're all loud and boisterous. You know, it's not about other barbers and stylists. It's about being able to attract clients and customers. So we get it wrong. We think that we're there to impress other barbers and other stylists. I don't really care about other barbers and other stylists per se. I'm not there to impress them, impress upon them. I'm there to impress upon clients and upon customers. So when I go to the shop, I'm going to the shop focused on customers. I'm focused on clients. I'm not there to talk about, you know, what I did last night. You know, that's none of their business. You know, I'm here for one reason. And so when you come in that way, that attitude will be picked up by the client. So what does that mean? When I come in, I address the clients, whether they're mine or not. I address the customers, whether they're mine or not, because I want them to know that they're welcomed. See, when you welcome somebody and then make them feel welcome, they want to, hey, I want to be with, you know, I want to be with this guy right here. You know, I had a situation a couple of weeks ago when a lady came in with her son, and she was her first time there, and I knew it. You know, and she didn't know what, you know, how it went, you know, and she was sitting around and she was looking around and nobody else saw. And I went over to her and I shook her hand. I said, you know, good afternoon, ma'am. I'm glad you can make it here today. And are you being helped? And she says, no, I was hoping someone, can you help me? See? Now, she was sitting there for about 5 or 10 minutes, you know, but nobody else took it upon themselves to introduce themselves or to make her feel, you know, welcomed. And of course, she ended up bringing her son to my chair. And so it's very important that you address people. I mean, you don't have to be trying to steal nobody's customer, but just being cordial, just being nice, just being, you know, a human being. You know, you want to use good common sense when it comes down to drawing people in to your arena or your area, because again, that's the only way you're going to get them in your chair. If you can't draw people into you, if you're not a magnet, you want to begin to work on that. You want to begin to work on the things that make people drawn to you. What is it? What can I do about myself? You know, don't put too much cologne on. Don't you know? Make sure that your breath is fresh and clean. Make sure everything about you is fresh and clean, so that when people come into your area, they feel comfortable. You know, nothing about you should turn people off. Nothing. Your conversation, you know, how you look, how you dress, nothing should turn people off. You're not there to turn people off. You want to turn them on to who you are and to the services that you provide. Look, take care. Talk to you soon. Make some money.